everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing a makeup brand called Coastal Scents. Now, they contacted Mum and asked her to pick up, out a couple of items. Now, we got the items that you picked, but they were very, very generous enough to send us some extra bits and bobs, which is really awesome. So we're going to do a bit of a little swatch, little review, tell you how kind of we feel about the formulas and stuff like that, and there'll be a post over on Mum's blog and some Instagram stories, etc, etc. So if you did want to go check that out, that will be in the description below. So should we just get into it?
Yep.
Should we give a little first impressions of what we think packaging wise, etc?
Yeah, so Coastal Scents, basically they gave us 3 items. They've given us way more. We've got about 6, maybe even 7, and a couple of samples. We got one of the main things that I ordered was a collection, and that collection has various different things in it, so that'll be one of the first things that we'll show you, because it's got quite a lot in there. We've got a few palettes, whether they be eyeshadow palettes as well as a blush palette. We've got actually 2 blush palettes and a lip quad, so
yeah, so quite a lot to get
through. So we're not going to go too much in, but overall I think I'm quite impressed with the packaging. I like how everything has been, you know, well packaged up.
Yeah, everything's
well presented.
Yeah, well presented, really clean. There was no when we opened up all the packages, because we did take some photos for the blog post, nothing was broken, so the way it was shipped was really, really good. Everything was bubble wrapped, so there wasn't any problems with it breaking, damaging, and it all looks really good. The only kind of thing I would say is that once you kind of take some of them out of the boxes, they are a bit simple, but I really like that in a palette, because I don't like the big dramatic because it's just chunky and it's hard to carry around.
And also I think it's kind of quite eco-friendly in a way.
I agree.
It takes away from the mass production of using a lot of ink and stuff that puts into printing big things on palettes and stuff. So a lot of the palettes are quite plainly they're not really printed at all. They're quite plain based with just the logo on it, and that to me, it pretty much says what you get is what you see.
Yeah, what you see is what you get type of thing.
So yeah, so we're going to go into it. So the first thing that we got was this beauty collection, and this was the Smoky beauty collection. So if you can see in here, it comes with a concealer palette, it comes with a blush and contour palette in the middle, and some of them I think are eyeshadows, and then we have an eyeshadow palette in its entirety, which has a range of different colours. There are some brushes in here as well, with a handy little packet
case,
like a case to hold it in, a travel case.
Nice. So let's kind of crack on into it. So yeah, it did come up quite nicely packaged. There was it was one layer of each thing, but we've taken it all out and we're just gonna get right into it. Just dive in. So let's have a look at the brushes first, just because it's nice, it's cute. It gives you a little tutorial on how to do a smoky eye if you don't know. So if you're a new goer, this would be absolutely perfect for your first, branch into makeup. I really love
it's kind of like a grey, right? So it's
it's like a metallic grey,
and it says Coastal Scents on it. It does open. One thing that mine said that she likes is
it is
easy close.
Easy. It's not just that. With popper ones, you have to force it to get in. This is just quick. If I was just there, I don't even need to pay attention to it. It is just easy to open, and as soon as you're done, it closes. You don't need to worry.
It's hidden magnets.
Yeah, hidden magnets in there, so that's quite nice. So should we take out a couple of the brushes and see what we're feeling?
So these are all different brushes.
They're soft.
They are soft. I would really like to find out what they are, if they've got it on here, because it would really.
Well, it's cruelty free.
Yeah, so the whole brand is cruelty free. With everything that I've chosen, I'm pretty sure I was quite
much cruelty free.
Yeah, they do pride themselves on being a cruelty free brand. The brushes, so yes, it has told us what we've got, and it says they're all natural hair, except for the angled liner, which is an eyeliner brush, which is synthetic. All of the rest of them are natural hair. So we have a blender.
Let's do that properly. So that's the. It's gonna focus. It won't focus. Yay! So that one.
So that's the angle brush. That's the synthetic one.
And the blender. Is that the blender?
That's the blender.
So to focus. Aha. Or maybe it's a bit better to do it that way. Yep.
We have the
No,
thing.
that's not it.
That's the medium shadow.
That's the medium shadow. That's the dome one, and then that's the large shadow. So.
Okay, well, she knows what she's doing.
So yeah, medium shadow, which is like, oh, she's not focusing.
There it is.
There we go.
Take
Yeah.
me out of the photo.
Yeah, really nice. The domed one, which I'm just gonna as well. Just get that out there. Really nice, all really soft bristled. And then finally this one, which is the cool.
The large shadow
The
brush.
large shadow brush. All really, really soft. So
All
I
really
like
soft,
them.
and I like the fact that they're grey as well, because that's
Yeah.
just like my favourite colour. So all good,
Defo,
and they're really
defo.
soft, like really. Oh, soft. I'm so sad.
Yeah.
So we like the brushes.
No, we like the
Inside
brushes.
there, we also had. This is the Eclipse palette, which is the 15 concealer shades inside it. Now I I ordered one of these directly. Ooh, that's come up.
Yeah, some bubbling.
Okay, so there is a little bit of bubbling in the actual packaging, which I could put down to just like, it's hard to see. I don't know if you can see it.
You can't really tell, but like.
But like the inner, where they've put the layer over the top of it, it started to bubble away from the edge.
Like not the actual product.
No,
it
it's
is
not.
just the packaging
Yeah,
issue. So
it's
it's
a
not a
packaging issue.
problem. Like I would still use this. 100%.
Yeah, of course, it's not going to affect any of the shades at all.
Really good shade range in my opinion. There's like it's quite a more, there's not a lot of like lighter tones, but they do have a lot of coverage with the darker tones, which is quite nice. I mean, I say coverage. It's like, it's good for people of like my colour.
Yeah, it's probably more akin to somebody of your colour than mine, if I'm totally honest.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I use a palette like this every time I do my
that
makeup.
separately, didn't we? A couple of
Was that from Coastal
yeah,
Scents?
yeah. So it was a couple of years ago, and that's another.
So yeah. So this is just like the
the
updated version. So I mean, I love the old formula so much. So to have this one, I think it like I'm cool with it.
So they are colour correctors.
So is that one as well.
Yep. So these four, sorry, and then all of these are lighter shade concealers. The medium shades, I guess, in this sort of area, and then what they would class as the darker shades, which, if I'm totally honest, I doubt that would even hit me, but who knows.
I think I love the palette anyway, just because I've been using it for years. So I have
It's good if you're doing a job and you need to
like carry everything.
Yeah,
at
you
once.
need to cover all.
So because
areas.
I tan so easily, my shade will change from like day to day. So it's really good to have something like this, because like if like I'm like a little bit more tanned, or I've got like a tan on, I don't have to buy a whole new concealer. I can just go up a couple of shades and it's not like an issue for me. And I love the colour correctors. They're like really good colour correctors, and I think that's like a highlighting like type of basey thing.
Yeah, it's more of a base than it is a colour corrector. I'm just going to swatch this one, which is the darkest one, because, well, I'll swatch these three because they are the only shades that I reckon. Now, I've just come back from Mexico, so I have a tan.
You put it on the back of your hand.
Yeah, I'm literally just going to whack it on. Okay, so that's that colour.
No. Bring it up to the camera a bit more.
It's not great, if I'm honest. So yeah, that on the back of my hand.
Let's have a look. Yeah, really ashy, really grey toned.
Yeah.
Actually, you can see that, like when you go into the palette, like if you look from where you've taken it was like quite light before, and now that you've like swirled it around a bit, it's gone a bit ashier.
Right, so the second one in.
Which is that one there. It's just gonna focus on me.
Yeah, we'll just cover your face. In my face. There you go, there it is. And I'll swatch that on the back of my hand. Again, really quite orangey, a bit pinky. But again, it's not a match for me.
I don't think that the light's very forgiving of this, because in person, it's like, just bring it down a bit so I can actually see it. So the first one, it's like, it like blends in, but it gives, it's your colour, but it's too ashy, in my opinion. The second one is too orange. No,
but I think that maybe combining them two might give me like a little bit of an offset, but I'm really difficult complexion wise, because I'm quite a neutral. I've got red tones, yellow tones, and kind of some grey tones, so I'm not the easiest person to colour match at all. I think most brands struggle with me, if I'm totally honest. Do you want to swatch any of the...
I mean, like happy to like not, because I think the massive thing for them was the darker shades, because there is like so much for anybody of my skin. Yeah, the fairer shades. I don't think you guys will have a problem, like myself.
Yeah.
Like I said, I literally use this palette all the time, so
okay.
So
we'll move on to the Smoky Palette's eyeshadow palette, which has 36 eyeshadow colours.
Oh, is that the eyeshadow one?
Yeah.
The blush one's huge.
Yeah, the eyeshadow one is smaller. So in this, there are 36 colours. And from first impressions, a lot of the colours that I saw on the when I first looked are kind of outside of my comfort zone. And that is only because I go for quite like neutral colours, quite earthy tones. And then I have highlight tones, which are generally golds
and
champagnes and things like that. I really don't use a lot of blues, greens, yellows, purples, pinks. I don't, because unless there's an occasion, and I generally need to base my outfit around my eyeshadow complement sort of thing. So yeah, a lot of these colours are a little bit,
I'd say like the bottom 2 rows I'd use quite a lot,
but they are mostly shimmer tones.
Yeah, not a lot of full matte tones.
The black is a matte, the white is a matte,
the blue is this,
the blue is a matte, this grey is a matte,
the pink below it.
These
four pinks
are matte. This purple is a matte, so is this, and the brown, and some of the greens, and the yellow is. But it's like a combination of mattes and shimmer,
and a couple of the mattes are like kind of like low-key shimmers.
Yeah.
I mean,
it makes me sad because that colour really excites me. The purple, like I'm like, ooh, like I really like that colour. You know who would look lovely in that colour? Natasha. Like,
yeah,
I feel like
Natasha,
that would be right up her straight. But like, I'm more, when I look at it straight away, these champagne, rose gold and copper tones are really more up my street. I think for Mya would probably go for that.
Yeah, and like to be honest, the blues and the blacks, honestly, that like dark brown as well, I'm all over that.
That would probably be my under eye shade.
Oh, I'd use that as like my dark
or maybe
crease colour.
The crease colour. Yeah, even a crease colour. And then the blacks, obviously, you can't take away from that. But yeah, they are...
To be honest, I'm excited to see how a grey will look in comparison to a black on a darker tone. So should we swatch a couple of them?
Right, so...
Oh, itchy eye.
That's the black.
I could just hold the palette, that would make it like
and that is...
Just like do a couple of them and see how... Oh, there's not a lot of payoff there.
There isn't a lot of payoff. That's only one... Sorry. There's only one swipe though. I literally just went one round.
Well, let's do it one round for all of them.
Okay, so I'm just gonna... That's 2.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the grey, which is also the matte colour. So 1, 2. Yeah.
They're there. They're present. There. But
I'd probably want
another
go on that grey to give it a bit more. But they're not singing a lot. The green is lovely.
So let's like take a couple of random shades and see how they come on my skin. Let's try that yellow actually, because I know I would probably use that.
You know, if I was doing like a pride look or even like a festival,
you know
or
what, the shimmers are like have a better. So yeah, I've done so. So you can't really see it. Yeah, the yellow is lost basically. The blue's quite nice when you first apply it, and then it.
That's not the blue. That's the green.
That's the green, is it? Oh wow!
And
yeah, that was a green,
turquoise,
like a turquoisey green,
like
jade,
colour.
emerald kind of green. The pink's all right, and that shimmer copper is actually quite nice. Like I'd probably use that. You can't really tell because I've not actually got anything on there, but yeah, I think it's quite nice.
So that's the eyeshadows. Again, like I said, we're going to do a little review maybe in terms of recording like a video, or maybe even doing a blog post with some photos about actually doing a face with it. But we just wanted to put this together just to show you what we got. Just so that we're steaming through. This is the blush palette. These are, I'm probably, you know, these are blushes.
But I probably wouldn't use them.
I actually, and there is no rules in makeup. That's what I love about it. Is actually, a lot of these could probably be used as eyeshadows, and I would probably be more akin to
take
jump for this palette as an eyeshadow palette more than a blush,
the other one,
because those colours are way up my street, and you know, I'm excited by the fact that these copper colours, and they're all, you know, some of them are shimmers again, some are mattes. I'm not that adventurous when it comes to blushes. I know what I like, and I go for either a deep red or like an orangey red, and they're really the only two options that I go for. So to think that these are all blush colours is a little bit out there for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think of doing a chocolate as a blush unless it's a contour. So this, oh no, it says eyeshadow.
Eyeshadow and blush.
Eyeshadow and blush
so
colour. So yeah, so some of these are actually
made for eyeshadow, which is cool. I like that.
Yeah, so we like this. We weren't going to swatch this because we have way more to show you.
Yeah, literally, we've not even got through a little bit.
The one box.
This is the first
so
box.
That was the
that was your first box.
And we showed you the brushes.
No, that's the other brush set. So let's jump into them.
So now we'll jump into the next one.
So we also got another brush set. It was the For Everything brush set.
That's right.
And you comes with 4 little brushes. This cute little
pouch,
travel pouch. It like what I was saying with the magnetic element to it. You do have to kind of pull a bit harder than with the other one, but you know it's a bit more secure, and I like that. So what brushes are they? Does it say on the box?
Yeah, so we have a powder brush, which is the big one. We then have an angled blush brush. We have a foundation brush and a shadow brush. Again, the same sort of texture. Again, cruelty free, although you know, soft. And it's made in China. I'm really impressed.
They're made in China.
Yeah, but
they're soft. They are really soft and cruelty free, and I like that. The foundation brush is nice as well. Yeah, really soft, really nice.
But they are synthetic, so those brushes are synthetic brushes.
But nice.
Right, so we'll move on to the Sun Kissed Lip Quad. Now this comes in little packaging with on it, and in that quad there are 4 creamy lip shades. Now there were various different options for this in terms of colour, like colourways. I went for the one that was more reddy brown because I feel like the nuder sides, because they're the sort of colours that I would go for just every day. I wanted to pick stuff that would happily sit in my collection and I could reach for them if I wanted to do any sort of look. So I went for these sorts of colours. I'm excited to try these, but I'm not going to swatch them until I actually... Sorry, glare. I'm not going to swatch them until I do the photos because I want to try them out.
So moving on to the eyeshadow palette that we got. It's the, what is it, the Revealed Rouge. There's 20 colours in it. Really nice packaging. It comes in another box. Kind of reminds me of like a
it's the Urban Decay.
Like Urban, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Really nice colours in there. Like a really nice kind of mix. Definitely some.
They're very autumnal.
Yeah, very autumnal. Very
full.
This season.
The colours that I like that are popping out to me are Night Rush, which is kind of like a maroony red brown.
Yeah.
I really am quite excited about, is it Devilish? Which is this sort of...
Oh yeah, it's like a shimmery pink. Rosy pink. And
Red Delight, which is actually like a baby pink, but it's got a bit of a shimmer in it.
It's cute, yeah.
So maybe when I do my look, I might try
I might have a look at doing like a look with like Adore Me and Amazing, because I do quite like those, that like complementary and probably stand out like quite a, like a false smoky eye.
Okay.
So not quite black, but like more browns, because that definitely suits me.
So yeah, so I picked...
we can just show a picture, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll show a picture, we don't show you. It's all good. But again, when we do the look, we will show you a bit more of that. Then, the blush 2, we have the blush 2 palette. I think there is a blush 1.
Yeah.
Which is why they've gone blush 2, but I don't know, 10 blush shades. Again, like I said with the other one, I'm not big on changing my blushes up.
Struggling to open.
And these are, wow.
Yeah, they are out there.
They are.
I would be more akin to actually using
I'm
that.
probably going to use that
as an eyeshadow.
Yeah, and actually, this is how we differ. I will probably swirl when I start using it properly. I literally will probably just take my brush and just swirl into each one of them to put on my blush, because I like a bit of dimension, a little bit different. I like that, I like that, I like that. They are really nice. I probably wouldn't aim for a purple on a blush, and not unless I'm darkening it up. I've never used purple as a blush.
I wouldn't know how to use purple as a brush. I feel like I'd look a bit like Violet from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory type.
You never know though.
It would probably come out looking quite cute, to be honest.
I'd love to one day just do a
like a
full face of stuff that I wouldn't
never
usually
do.
use.
Yeah.
So maybe we could do that with it. But yeah.
Okay.
Blush 2 palette.
And finally, Were they just the boxes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Packaging only.
Packaging only. So finally we have the blush and bronzer palette, which has some really interesting shades on there. Like, let's be honest, guys.
This is interesting.
This middle
This
thing
is like
is
a combi,
interesting.
so you would literally take your brush,
and
you'd
swirl it.
and you probably would get like a bit more dimension in terms of colour, because it has like a pink, a brown,
I
and
say we
highlight.
swatch these ones just because I want to see how that one comes out when you do the little swirl, and then we can do like maybe that one each.
Okay.
See how that looks.
So we're going to swatch the leopard print one.
So yeah, we're going to do the like animal print one, and then just this regular pink as well, just to see how they come out.
I really don't want to ruin
It
it.
won't ruin it. Okay, maybe
It will. So that's what it looks like when it swirls. And that's what it looks like as a
It's
like
a
a
pretty
highlight.
nice shimmer, actually.
And it does have a bit of a shimmer. And yeah, we've ruined it. So like two swirls.
I mean, that is basically non-existent on me.
So yeah, we've ruined the colour, but at least we know what it looks like in terms of like combining.
yeah.
I'm interested to see what that looks like on a full face of makeup. We obviously neither of us are made up right now because, you know, we haven't done faces and that's not what we're here for, but it would look different when we've got makeup on.
I don't think that would show off for me, even with makeup on.
That's fair enough, we'll give it a try anyway. So the next one that we'll swatch, and this is the last thing that we will swatch, is this pink. And that's really quite bright. It's quite bright on me too. Probably a bit fierce for me.
Really, actually, quite a nice payoff as well. So you know you're
There's
gonna.
a lot of colour.
There's a lot of colour in that, and you know, I'd be really, really happy with that actually. So I'd probably go to that. But do you know what we have forgotten about?
So we were given two little samples, and these little samples are little blushes, and they literally just come in two little blush sample
Yeah, we
packs.
will try them out as well, but
Yes,
it would be a shame not to mention them because they are quite cute. They're really compact. I've been looking to try and find like a compact blush because like my blush palette is huge. So yeah, and I am like, because I travel so much with my makeup and try and condense it down so much, so like having just like this and taking it around would be great.
So that's it. So we will do another post up for you guys so that you can see our looks.
Yeah,
we hope that
we can. What I might also
it.
do is do a little like lookbook film, and we can just film it just a little bit so that they can see what it looks like in video form rather than just pictures. So yeah, we'll do something like that. But yeah, thank you for listening, and I hope that you had
for sending us this package. It's been
amazing,
more than we could possibly have asked for. So
honestly,
thank you very, very much, and we will do some pictures.
We'll throw them up,
and so you guys can actually see what it looks like. But yeah,
so yeah, head over to Coastal Scents. They have an amazing range of stuff. You know, you can, if you're just starting out in makeup, or even if you're like a pro, there's something there for you, in my opinion.
I definitely do think that there is something for everyone, especially even if you're like a young teen and you just want to branch into makeup, then definitely
honestly
start here.
Especially that Eclipse like palette, the like contour, was it the cream concealers,
yeah.
That I was like the
first
pageant palette. It was like the first thing I ever have, and I'm still using it today.
Yeah, that's very true. Like I said, when I go to
like
do makeup bookings, then I would take that palette with me so that I can be consistent.
Yes.
But yes, that's us done. Thank you very, very much for watching. We'll be back.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Let it go, make my body go. Make our bodies higher.